Hello and welcome to another video. My name is Ilsa and today I bring you my May wrap-up. So in this month I read 9 books and I'm pretty proud of myself that I read 9 books because I was kind of really slow reading like at the very start of the month. I don't know why, it was just really difficult, but then towards the end I kind of like paddled through and it was marvelous. So yeah, I'm gonna tell you all the books that I've read this month. Well, actually last month. So let's begin. The first book that I read in May and the book that I was supposed to finish in April but really started it in May was The Beginning of Everything by Robin Schneider. This was a contemporary novel and I really enjoyed it, but there was just something that I did not really fully liked, so I deducted 1 whole star and gave it 4 stars. And I don't know, it's about a boy named Ezra and he's kind of dealing with life changes in his life, and he talks about tragedies and how tragedies in someone's life can change everything. It's kind of like a ripple. Something happens and that just kind of just goes and changes everything around you. And this was, like I said before, it was a good book, but there was just something that I just like, meh, I don't know. But overall, I really did enjoy it. I actually was laughing a few times. The second book that I read is actually a book that I've had for the longest times, and I finally read it because there was always something that, I don't know what it was, that I always stopped at a certain page and just never continued, but I did continue and I finished it and I'm so proud of myself. That is Stupid and Contagious by Caprice Crane. This book was kind of like a really weird deja vu kind of thing. This book was given to me by my best friend from the Philippines when I used to live there, and I think, you know, 2007 present, now I finished it, 2015. Great job. Great job. This book is about a girl and a boy who each has their own issues and problems, but they're somehow kind of like merged, like their stories kind of just merged them together in a way, and they teach like each other about certain different aspects of their lives. Like the other girl is very stubborn, the guy's kind of like, you know, whatever, and they kind of sort of fall into this friendship which leads into something more, but it's really complicated at the same time. Overall, I really enjoyed it, but I can't really tell you that I loved it. So I gave it a 3 out of 5 stars on Goodreads, but I really still enjoyed it at the end of the day. That's just me, I guess. The next book that I read is actually a children's book, and it's called La Peor Señora del Mundo de Francisco Hinojosa. And this was basically a present for one of my kids from school because his birthday was in May and I was invited, so I gave him books as presents. And I read this when I got it and I was like, I hope I don't traumatize him for life. This basically is about a woman who is basically called the worst woman alive. Basically because this woman kind of tortures children, tortures people around her, and all of the town, the town that she lives, she tortures everyone. And one day they decide to move out of the city, like clearly clear out the whole city, and then she realizes that she needs all these people for her to feel like better about herself or something like that. Well, they come back and she keeps on doing this stuff, and they realize that the only way that they can kind of repel whatever damage this woman is doing is kindly just accepting the torture that these people are getting. So the more she does it, she does more good. So it's kind of like, you know, reverse psychology kind of thing, and it's kind of like it teaches the kids to do kind of like accept everything and with a clean face, I guess you could say, like a happy face, and things will go better in life, I guess. And I really enjoyed it. The drawings were pretty cool, and I don't know if he has read it by now, but I hope I didn't traumatize him for life. The next book that I actually picked out was Echoes on Scotland Street by Samantha Young. This is the 5th book in the companion on Dublin Street, I guess you could call it, and this is from Cole's perspective, which is the brother of one of the main characters. It's very complicated, but I really enjoyed this book. And it was very weird to read from Cole's perspective, because we were introduced to this character when he was like 15, 16 years old. So you can imagine all the things that he does in this book, because this book is new adult. So he was already like 24, 25 or something, and now he's, you know, doing, and oh yeah. It was very weird, but I really enjoyed it. I really loved his character. I really enjoyed being in his head. So I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. I needed to go back to young adult, so I decided to start with Ferris by Marissa Meyer, which is Queen Levana's story. If you have not know who Queen Levana is, she's the basically the villain of Lunar Chronicles by Marissa Meyer, by like Cinder, Scarlet, and Cress. I almost forgot Cress. How can I forget Cress? But this book, oh my god, I cannot tell you how frustrated and angry I got at this book. Like, you obviously know that this is the backstory of a villain, like of becoming a villain, and you don't know what to expect. Like, you expect to love her and feel sorry for her, but at the same time, you really don't have an like, she doesn't have an excuse for being the way she is. She had a terrible childhood, yes, everybody does, but the choices that she made, no. So I don't feel bad for not feeling bad for her. Like, she deserves everything that she's getting, or she's going to get. So that's basically it. I gave this a 4 out of 5 stars on Goodreads. A lot of people have been giving like 2 stars, like 1 star, because they say that it doesn't bring anything to the story. And I think that it actually does, because you actually understand from the point of view of a villain why she's doing the things that she's doing. And I know that we all wanted winter, but I think this just makes the weight a little less, you know. Ugh. The next book that I read was actually a book that I was dying to read, and that was End of Days by Susan Nee, which is the 3rd and final book of the Parent and the End of Days trilogy. There we go. I was really disappointed that we only got 3 books and not 5. Apparently it was gonna be like a $5 G, I guess you could call it. But then we get the announcement it was actually gonna be a trilogy, and I was like, why? Like, this world and these characters are just so much fun to read, and oh my god, I just either way, putting that aside, this book was amazing. It wasn't perfect, but as on a scale from bored to enjoyable, it was very much enjoyable, and it exceeded my expectations. This is a young adult angel book type of book, and it's kind of like apocalyptic, and it's just so good, guys. Like, this is a well done angel book. So if you're looking for an angel book, read Angel Fall. Like, it's amazing. Like, my feels were all like all the way. I was also going back on my Kindle, like rereading certain parts, because I was just like fangirling, and I just had to stop and squeal, and oh my god, I just love it. And Raph is my baby. Like, I want him for myself, because Raph, you know. Then I read Never Never Part 2 by Colin Hoover and Terry Fisher. Oh my god. Why do you make us wait? And like, the problem with this parts of Never Never is that you read them and you want more, but you can't get more because there is none. You have to wait. And I don't understand why this had to be like cut into 3 parts. Apparently it's gonna be 3 parts, and why? Like, I don't understand. Like, I want more. I want more. And you're still confused. I'm still confused of what's going on. I'm confused. But one thing I can tell you though, I'm in love with Silas. He's my baby, and forever will I love him. So I finally decided to read or finish one of the series that has been on my to be read, to be finished type of pile, and that is The Retribution of Mara Dyer by Michelle Hawken. I have had this book since November, and I have not picked it up until like this month or last month. Oh my god. Okay, I understand why people have mixed feelings about this book, because I did too. But at the same time, I really enjoyed it, for the most part. The first half was really frustrating because I wanted to know what happened to Noah Shaw, and nothing was happening. Like seriously, the first half of the book, nothing was happening. Like, dead end plus dead end plus dead end, and nothing was happening. I was like, where's Noah Shaw? Like people have been mentioning him, but where is he? Like, what's going on? And then we get to like the second part of this book, and I'm starting to really enjoy it. But in my head, I'm still like,
Where's Noah's shop? Where's Noah's shop? Huh? Where's Noah's shop?
And then we get to see Noah, and my heart just dies because, oh my god. I didn't expect the things that happened in this book, so I guess that was the element of surprise. But at the same time, it was really confusing. So I gave it a 3 stars on Goodreads, and I really cannot give it more because, like I said, the first half was really slow and dragging, and I just wanted to know what happened to Noah. And the second half, it was just kind of confusing and kind of like, what? And then kind of like, oh, those are my words basically. But nonetheless, as a whole series, I really enjoyed it. I think my favorite book is the second book of the series, and then it goes the first book, and then this is the third one. But nonetheless, good trilogy. Also, in this book, Mara had me really questioning her sanity. Like, what the hell? And the last book that I read in May, which I'm really excited and happy that I did, was, drumroll please, A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. And this book, oh my god, this book, guys. If you did not know, I am part of a book club kind of thing where we're picking a book and we are going to have a live show and discuss it. So this is our pick for May, and we're discussing this actually on Sunday, this Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on my channel. So for all my info on the group, I'm gonna leave the links down below and join us. Now that I'm putting that aside, I'm gonna tell you how much I rated this book. I rated it a 5 out of 5 stars on Goodreads, and if I could give it more, I would. What can I tell you about this book? The hype was real with this book, and it deserves it. This is actually, I actually thought this was a young adult fiction, but it's not. It's like a new adult fantasy type of fiction, and it's a Beauty and the Beast retelling. So we have this character named Ferris, and she's a huntress, so she's basically the only income that her family has. She has 2 other sisters and her father who can't really do much of it because his knee is kind of like dead in a way. And then one day she's hunting and she basically kills a wolf, but indeed it was a fairy. Yes, fairies are in this book, and I love every single part of it because if you do not know, I love fairies. I love them. Anyway, she kills a fairy, and then right the next day or a few days, a beast comes and kind of claims her because she killed one of her own. So he's claiming her life for his own. And so she comes and live with him, and things just go from there, and oh my god. That's really all I can tell you because we're discussing this book on Sunday, and you really have to join us for this because I have so much to tell you guys about this book because my feelings. And if you're wondering if you haven't read this book, what team am I? I'm team Tamlin because he's a beautiful cinnamon roll of sunshine. I love him, okay? Okay, so those are all the books that I read in May. I hope you enjoyed this video. Few things that I'm going to talk about before I end this video. 1, there's a book haul coming out, a huge collective book haul because I've been collecting books from last month and now this month, and actually went to the States last weekend with a few friends, so more books. 2, there's going to be a documentary of life type of video. I'm trying it out. I don't know if I will continue doing them, but I really kind of enjoyed doing it. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know when that will be up, but because I'm still missing a few footage that my friend has, and he hasn't sent it to me yet, so I'm waiting on that. 3, there's gonna be tags. Lots and lots of tags. So you're going to have a fun time watching me do a lot of tags that I barely remember that I had to do. But either way, excited. So yeah, thank you for watching, and please comment down below if you read any of these books, and if you have, what you think of, what you thought about them, and please, yeah, and I'll see you guys in another video. Bye!
¿Ya empezaste?
¿Sí? ¿Qué pasó?
A las 3:40 mañana.
Okay. That was my mom.